Hi guys, in this video I wanted to show you how to create a bit of a wave effect on the side of your cake. Now I've started this cake for somebody's birthday with a bit of a nautical theme, so I'm going to put a speed boat on the top, but I've started adding the waves and I thought it'd be nice to show you when I do the other side how it was that I did it, because it's really quick and really easy. So I'll show you how I've done it and then you can just create this on any of your cakes dead easy. So I'm taking some blue fondant. Now it's not mixed very well. I don't know if you can see very well on the camera or not, but it has got like slight streaks and things in, but because it's for water, I'm going to leave that on there. So I'm just going to start with a small ball of it that I'm just going to roll out. And I'm just going to roll it out so it's a bit thinner. And I'm going to roll it this way as well. Now it doesn't have to be in any particular neat shape, because of course it's waves, so it doesn't really matter if it's jaggedy. If you want it a certain shape, just cut some off on an edge, like so. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to put it on a little foam mat, and I'm just going to, with a balling tool, just thin the edges. Now if you haven't got a balling tool, you don't have to thin the edges like this, just push it down with your fingers. It might look slightly different, but you will still get a very similar effect. So we just thinned it like that, and then what we'll do is when we put it on the cake, we'll bend these bits back to create the waves. Now, if you've got a reasonably straight edge on the bottom, you can leave it as it is. If not, we're just going to cut a straight line on the bottom of your icing like that. Okay, so you want to do a few of these, and then what we'll do is stick them onto the cake. So I'll do a couple more and I'll put them in different sizes so that you can see. And then what I'm going to do is get one that's a little bit thinner than these, that I'm going to try and bring to a little bit of a point. So I'm going to thin it at the edges, like so. And I'm just going to cut it there. Again, thinning it the same as on the other ones. All the way around. And then what we'll do is move these now over to our cake to stick them on. So back over to our cake now. I apologise if you can't see very well, but I've got my strip of fondant and I'm literally going to put some water just on kind of the bottom half of it all the way along. You can use edible glue, that's absolutely fine. Ooh, a bit's broken off, but don't worry too much about that. So what I'm going to do now is stick it onto the side of my cake like that. So I'm just going to gently push along the bottom of it, and then what I'm going to do is prise these top bits down like that, and it starts to create a little bit of a wave effect. So again, we'll just curl that little end bit. If you find you can't do it with your finger, just use a brush to pull it over and curl it over. You can have some bits stuck to the cake and then some bits sort of prized further away. Now you can do them higher up as well, so if you know you want to put another one on that's going to overlap, flatten the bit where you're going to overlap it, and then we'll put another one over there. Okay, so I've got my next piece, which I'm going to put up here. So again, a bit of water on the bottom side of it. Now with this one, because I want it to come higher up, I'm just going to put it at a little bit of an angle like that up the side, and then what I'll do is I'll overlap it with another one so that you can't see this bottom bit under here. Okay, so exactly the same again as what you did for the other one, curling it over like so. So you'll see it's starting to create a bit of a wave effect, and you're just going to carry on doing that until you're happy that you've got enough waves on. So I'm just going to put on this one with a thinner end in exactly the same way. And what I'm going to do is bring it on here like so, in the same way as you've done the others. And then when I get to this end bit, I'm just going to try and curl, and I do apologise, my fingers are probably in the way, curl that end bit round, like so. And then what you can do is pull the waves just back a little bit on it, like so. Just be careful that you don't stick your fingernail in the cake like I keep doing. Okay, so that's all there is to it. So it is nice and easy, and you can leave it like that, or you can paint on the edges. So here I've just got some different rainbow dusts. I've got a bit of a silvery one and a bit of a blue one, and I'm just gonna, using a dry brush, put a little bit of this on my brush, dab off the excess in the lid, and I'm just gonna gently brush that onto the edges of my waves. So I'm just going to aim for the edges that sort of stick out, and bits of this are falling onto my board, but I'm not going to worry too much about that because I'll just dust that off afterwards. And just be gentle with this if you're doing it while your icing is still wet. You can wait while your icing has set and then add it on that way if you prefer. Just gives it a nice little bit of a sheen. Although I don't know if you can see the sheen very well on the camera. So again, I'll just go over with a bit of the silvery one, just highlighting the edges just a little bit like that. Okay, and that's it. That's how you create your wave effects. I'll show you again this side where I've got a few more. I'll add a few more to this side, and then I'll put a picture of it up so that you can see it finished.
If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the images of the other videos suggested. Also, please do subscribe to my channel using the button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can also visit my cake website and my Facebook page to see more cakes and ideas.